you get so happy that you get kind of like flappy hands.
Yeah, you do the thing where your hands go all crazy. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of things that make me do that, but what are you thinking?
I got new knitting needles, and I have these little tiny ones, and it's tinier than I expected. But it's actually so fucking cute. They're like the needles are yes, and I was like,
we just did it together. We were both just like, oh, it's like, you know what it is? It's like when you're eating and you have the tiny spoon or the tiny fork. I have that really bad where I don't like using big utensils. I like using small utensils. Dainty things just make me happy. I'm like, oh, it fits so perfect. Oh, it's like so small. And yeah.
Yeah, at first I was a little bit iffy about it because I was like, oh shit, they're tinier than I expected, and I don't know if they will work with my knitting. And I tried to do like a border. That's what I'm doing now for a vest. And it actually fits. Like I have to bunch up all my stitches real tight, but it actually fits. And it's just so fucking cute, and so it's so tiny.
You're just sitting there the whole time, like trying not.
Sitting there, like it works. It works.
You're like stimming doing the thing.
Yeah. But knitting is a stimming thing on its own. I don't know if I don't think that's just me. I think it's something that a lot of autistics realize when knitting or crocheting. It's like, it's just this repetitive motion that's so fun to do.
It's soothing too.
It's very soothing, and you also get something from it in the end. So that's really cool as well.
I'm trying to think of if there's anything that I do that's like that, and I don't think so. Like, I would love to learn how to crochet. This is something we've talked about before, just because of how I don't know. All the things you make, they look so cute, and people talk about how like fun it is, and so.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to get the hang of it. Like at first it can be frustrating, but once you're over that hill, then it's very easy, and then the world's wide open, you know?
You have to share on our IG all the like cute little things that you've made over the last like couple years with knitting.
Okay. Yes. I will post my crochet shit there.
Yeah, I love that. So aside from like this that we do,
the hands flapping.
I noticed Andrew doing something last night that I do all the time, and I don't know if you do it too, but like, do you ever like eat something so good or like have a drink or like your favorite things to like consume, and then you do the little sway, the little like yummy, I'm so
swaying
happy.
Side to side.
Yeah. Like it's like you can't help yourself. You're just so excited that you get your things and you're just like you're swaying. But I'd never noticed Andrew doing it before. So when she started doing it, I was like, oh shit.
I more do a bouncy thing.
Oh,
that's more of my thing to do.
Yeah, I think I fluctuate depending, because like you don't notice it, right? Like you don't notice you're doing it until someone mentions it.
Oh, yeah. I rock back and forth a lot. That's my most thing, just to calm myself, or I think.
Yeah.
But Maria sometimes joins in, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm doing it, because it's been so many years that I masked doing it. So I'm trying to unmask, and Marius is actually just joining in to be supportive and fun. But sometimes I take it as to being like, oh shit, I should stop.
Yeah.
Which is, of course, it's not.
No, Marius is just like, you're cute, let's do it.
Yeah.
I definitely like certain things. Like Kaylin is very observant because I have tics. That I don't think that's an autism thing. I think it's just something that I developed with my medications, because with masking for so long, the other thing that I realized I was doing was I was like hiding my tics. So I have little ones. One of them is I will just randomly go, ah, like that, like just out of nowhere, just ah, that. And then I'll throw my hands up, or like my head will go back like that. And Kaylin, the other day I did it, and she said I sounded like a singer. So yeah, like I don't know, it sounded different than normal, I guess. It just sounded like a note. And so she makes me feel a little bit better about it, like now that it happens. But I think like what happened was, once I started taking my medication, that ability to like, because a tic is like an itch, right? Like you feel like an itch that you have to do. And sometimes I would have the ability to just go, oh, I can't do that, or that feels weird, like don't do that. But with medication, it turns that part of my brain off. So I can't not do it anymore. It's just like sometimes if it's a big one, I can feel myself stopping it. But if it's a small one, it just happens. And then I'm like, well, that was a thing.
That's something that just happened.
Yeah. Yeah. It took me a
Yeah.
long time to realize that it was a tic and not just me being crazy. But yeah. Anyways, I feel like I still mask a lot of my autism. Like I only just started getting into like allowing myself to like enjoy like
Yeah, with your
plushies.
plushies,
Yeah, I
yeah.
know. Oh, I
It's so
love
fun that you're accepting it for
them.
yourself and that you have
Yeah.
these plushies. And
Yeah.
seeing you be so happy with them is so heartwarming.
Yeah, I did not think that I was gonna, because like I'm older. I'm an old woman. Okay, I'm like almost 34. I should not be having like plushies, but that's the thing.
Plushies have no age.
Yeah, exactly. And
It's
like,
from 3 and up. It doesn't say until.
I wonder if that would be my thing though. If it did say until like 28 or something, I'd be like, fuck
No.
the rules, and then I
Yeah.
would just buy it. Yeah, it took me a little bit. Like I did buy my own plushie just to see how it felt, and I really, really enjoyed her. Now she's with a little girl, so
No.
it's okay. It's okay. It was meant to be. It was meant to be.
Yeah, you can choose another plushie now.
Yeah, but I had bought this like plague doctor little birdie, the white one with pink. She had like a little
Lantern.
lantern, and my daughter named her Snowball, and it was just, she was so cute. And then I was at the ER the other week, and this little girl was just like crying in a corner. She was the only kid there, and she had to go in for a scan, like a
Body scan?
yeah, I forget what they're called. An
Mm.
X-ray, like an
Yeah.
X-ray, and she was really scared. And so I just was like, "Here, take Snowball." And so now Snowball's with that little girl.
Did you know the name Snowball?
I said, "Here, this is Snowball." I said, "Keep her safe and she'll keep you safe." And the
Aww.
little girl was like, "Thank you." And then she walked out cuz she was just going and she did not want to go.
Mm.
And so I asked her, I was like, "Do you want something to hold? Do you want something to cuddle?" And she was like, "Yeah."
Aww.
So it was like one of those moments where like I just knew it was probably best to do that. Just,
Mhm.
I don't know the kid, but I know how it is to be in a hospital that young and like be scared and not have something to hold on to. I know that feeling. I can always get another one. There will be more Snowballs in my life. I can feel it. But then I also got a little plushie. I was really sick and I asked Andrew to pick me up one. I was like, can you please buy me a squashmallow?
It's a very cool one.
I love it.
It's a green minty goat.
And its name is Lucifer, but for short, I named it Liefje, which is like the Dutch word Liefje, but then also leaf, like a little leaf, and then je, like small.
The small word for it.
Okay,
Very
tell
cute.
us about yours. I want to know about yours.
Liefje means sweetie, by the way.
Yeah, or darling, but I don't.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I always thought it was like Liefje was like
Love.
lovey, like little
Yeah.
lovey. That's what I thought it was.
My love.
Yeah, my Liefje.
Something in that in that space.
Yeah, I just love that. I just love being like, because Kaylin will say it too. She's like, "Oh, here's your Leafia," and I was like,
Love it.
"Okay, your turn."
Yeah, I accumulated some plushies. I got pindakaas at first because I was like, oh, wait a minute. It's unlocked something in my brain when I had this autism account, and I was like, oh shit, I can actually enjoy plushies.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have pindakaas, which is a Halloween black cat, which is actually fucking amazing find in the Netherlands because we don't have any bloody Halloween stuff here. So this was like, wow, this is amazing.
And pindakaas means peanut butter, right?
Yes, correct.
Peanut butter is so cute.
So this is peanut butter. But I just love to give my plushies silly names.
I think it's so cute.
So I also have a squishmallow, and it's a black bat. And I called him Dropje, which means licorice. And so it's the smaller word for that.
Yeah, it's like when you say smaller word, you mean like licorice, it's like small licorice.
Yeah, it's like normally it would be drop, but then I made it smaller, like Dropje.
Yeah, but in English we don't have that, so it's like it's hard to like.
Yeah, it's very difficult to translate it.
Yeah, imagine dropje is like saying the word girl, but then adding
Girly.
li. Yeah,
Yeah.
girly. It's like it
Oh,
makes
that's
it
a good one.
smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's like liefje, right? Like it's leaf, but then
Mm-hmm.
you add y at the end of it, and it makes it like cuter or like more. If you want to use the Japanese word like kawaii, like it just makes it smaller and cuter.
Yes.
Yes,
Correct.
did it.
Hell. Oh, fuck. There goes my tangle. Yeah, and I have another bat, which is a brown one, so I called him Hagelslag,
Oh, I
which
love it.
is
I love it.
which is chocolate sprinkles.
Hagelslag. Oh, I miss
Yes.
hagelslag.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
I don't think it's anywhere else than
mm-mm.
in the Netherlands. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's just shit that you put on your bread. It's
yeah, it's
like the chocolate sprinkles. You can put it over your pindakaas, so your peanut butter.
it's
Pindakaas on hagelslag. That's
yeah.
one thing that's really nice. So yeah, and I have another one which is called varentje, and translated that is fern.
Fern. Oh, is that your
Yes.
little frog?
Yes, that's just the frog that I got from Fright, which is very cool.
Oh, Fright
Fright
is so
gifted it to me,
sweet.
and I'm just so they're awesome.
Yeah, no, Fright is such a sweetheart.
Yes, we should have them on the podcast again to talk about autism as well.
Yeah, I think that would be a really good idea. The way they speak is like so eloquent and they know so much.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Those are our plushies. And we're embracing the plushie. I definitely want to get more. I just don't know what yet. I feel like if I got a new Plague Doctor plushie, I would just be like souring.
Sad. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be souring Snowball's name. I'm like, I need some time. Like, I need some time. I still miss her. Like, okay,
Yeah.
hold on. Because it's not the same. I attach feelings to these things, and it's like, well, that was her. And if I get a new one, it's going to be a new one. It's not
Yes,
the
exactly. It's
same.
gonna be weird.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about two other of my plushies, which are very important. I have one which I have since my teenage years, and I always sleep with it in my hand. And I also have another one from last year, which is a little bear, and it's also perfect hand size. So I just have both of those in my hands when I
Aw.
sleep.
I actually do have one other plush, but it's not one that I like. I don't know how to explain it. I got it at a con, and it's just because I love possums so much. So it's a little possum, and I named it Ah. So
That is perfect.
that's a good one.
Yes, very good. Awesome. Yeah, so today we were actually wanting to talk about feeling alien in this world as autistic people. And yeah, then we kind of got on a tangent about our flushes and stuff.
Can't help it. I can't help it.
No,
Like,
it's good though.
yeah, I think that's the other thing about autism is that sometimes we have.
We are chaotic and it's
Mhm.
very difficult to keep your thoughts in a row.
Yeah, we have a hard time like keeping on track for sure.
Yeah.
But I was thinking like because you have been diagnosed and because you've been living as an autistic person for longer than I have, like not I am autistic and I've always been autistic, but
Yeah, I
I
know
didn't
what you
know it.
mean, yeah.
I didn't
Mhm.
know that I was autistic. I was just like dealing with it. So I was thinking for you, like you always kind of had an inkling that like there was something different about you in a neurotypical world.
Yeah, but it's kind of weird because when I got my diagnosis, I didn't know the extent of it, how deeply it affects my life.
Yeah.
And it was like, all right, you have Asperger's. Congratulations, have fun with it. Bye.
I like the
And so,
salute.
yeah, I did get therapy and stuff, but I don't remember if that was for the same, or if,
Mhm.
because in my recollection we weren't talking about autism, but that's like for another story.
Yeah.
Anyway, once the pandemic started, I actually realized how much autism actually is an impact,
Yeah.
and how different it makes me and how much in my life it's actually like how big it is, I
Yeah.
didn't
It affect
realize
it
how
affects so much more than what
yes,
you assume. Yeah.
I thought it was just like this in quotes quirky thing you know. And I
Yes, so
didn't.
quirky. It's so
Yeah,
quirky
it
to have
sounds so
autism.
stupid, but I don't know how else to describe it.
No,
But it's
it's just
just
funny. It's just funny because that's like something else that people say, like, oh, it's just like a quirk.
yes, and like everyone is a little bit autistic. Like, fuck,
Shut
no, it's not.
up.
Shut up! Just shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Just shut up!
Yes, yes, yes.
But yeah, so since the pandemic started, I really got the full realization of like, whoa, this is actually crazy and is a big part of my life. And I actually learned a lot about myself from that time onwards. And yeah, I just realized so much that I've been struggling with for so long. And I finally was like, oh, damn, like it clicked in my mind, you know? And there I had so many clicks where it was just like, oh damn, and this and this and this, you know?
Yeah. Was there like a particular point? Was there like a floodgate? Like something happened and then it kind of started? I remember you saying that you read a book that was something like unmasking autism.
Oh, yeah, I started that one last year, but I'm very bad at nonfiction books,
Me
so
too.
I'm still in the beginning zone of it. But yeah, that also gave me the realization of the fight or flight response when suddenly there's a loud sound or something. I
Yeah.
always get this panic and I feel like I need to escape, and that's actually my flight response kicking in.
Mm.
And that was so interesting to me because I talked about it with my sister and she just gets really mad. And the author of the book also gets really mad. So for them, it's the fight response.
Yeah.
And that was so interesting to me. It's like, wow, it's just the survival mode kicking in.
Yeah, yeah, it's like panicking, right? I always assume it was just my misophonia because I have that with like certain sounds, but
Yes.
it's similar, right? Like you know how much I love my daughter, love her
Mm-hmm.
to pieces, but when she whines, I don't know, it's like a trigger because when I
Mm-hmm.
was younger, I wasn't allowed to cry like that. But then also like it hurts me physically,
Mm-hmm.
so I get irritated and I want to run away. It's just
Yeah.
like you know,
Mm-hmm.
and that's like a big one. That sound is a big one, but also like I think we talked about vacuums.
Oh, yes.
You were like, "Oh, I always put my earphones in when I'm
Mm-hmm.
vacuuming." And that was when I first started to realize that maybe I had something. But that was our first conversation on the phone and you were talking about autism because you were like kind of scared to tell people that you
Mm-hmm.
had autism, and I remember thinking, "Wow, that's so sad, you know, that you felt like you couldn't be yourself, you know."
Yeah.
I was like, well, what kind of things does it affect? And you were saying like, oh, sounds, blah, blah, blah. And then you mentioned vacuum. And I was like, huh,
Wait a fucking minute.
that sounds really similar. I have that too. And I was like, but I don't know if I have it. Do I have autism?
Surprise, bish! You got autism.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and also the light
Yeah.
sensitivity, but the light and the sound, that is something that I already knew from a long time,
Yeah.
especially the light, because I always wear sunglasses when I go out, even on cloudy days and stuff.
I love that for you.
It's so rock star, right?
I wear my sunglasses at night so I can. Do you know that song?
No.
Oh my god, I have to tell. It's fuck. Who is that by? It's by this guy named Corey Hart, and it's called Sunglasses at Night, and it's so good. I'll send it to you.
Good, cool. On your and Amanda's podcast, I was going to be a guest, right? And you were like, "Oh, let's talk about autism," and I was like sweating bullets.
I
Is that to
remember
say?
that.
So I was very nervous about that, and that was in 2020, I think.
Yep.
So that was the time when I was just not ready yet, I guess. And now here I am talking about it on our podcast and having a whole freaking Instagram dedicated about it.
Yeah, but I'm so proud of you. I remember like when you finally started to talk about it, I was so proud of you. This was before I realized like that I had an inkling that I had autism, but I didn't really like fully embrace it yet.
Yeah.
Then you made your autism account, and I don't know, I was just so proud of you. Like I still am so proud of you because you've come such a long way.
Thank you.
I
Yeah.
love you. You're the best.
You're simply the best.
There's
But
a lot
that's
of
you.
weird
Yes, there's a lot of songs that a lot of words that reminded us of
Of
songs.
songs.
Yes. Yeah, I remember that I put it in my bio, and then you made a screenshot of it and sent it to me, and you're like, I am so proud of you.
Yeah, because it's part of you. And I think like that's another thing is being autistic does not define who we are, but it is a part of our identity.
Yes.
And it's really important for people to understand that. I'm proud of everybody. Like now that autism is much more like commonly talked about, it's not as taboo as it used to be. I mean, there are definitely some people that are just like, everybody has a little bit of autism. Apparently, like it's like everybody is. It's
You
really
don't look
quirky.
autistic. You're not a white boy who likes trains.
Oh my god. Oh my god. No, but I am a white girl who loves moths. Okay. And you're a white bitch who loves pirates.
Hell yeah.
What's up? We all in the same group here, okay?
Yes, and we really want to talk about it, so we are definitely going to make an episode about moths and one about pirates.
Oh man, I don't know who's gonna listen to my fucking moth.
People who love moths will listen.
Maybe it'll just be about bugs, and then I'll invite my sister, who is also on the autism spectrum, who loves spiders. So
Hell yeah.
she knows a lot about spiders.
Might that perchance be her special interest?
Yes, it
Since
is.
she knows so much about it.
It is. It's definitely arachnids. Just like, that's it. That's her thing.
I also think it would be very cool to make an episode about our childhood special interests.
Oh my god. I actually... Okay, can I just have a tangent really fast?
Go ahead.
Okay, so you know how I have like all these like tarot cards and like oracle cards? That's a big special interest of mine too. But when I was younger in the Netherlands, I used to do this thing where I would take like the cola bottles and I would go and I'd recycle them, and you'd get like an euro or whatever for it, or gulden, whatever it was called
like
at the time.
20. Oh yeah, gulden in your time probably.
Yeah. So I would go and I'd take one, and there was this little shop right next to it. I do it by myself, by the way. I was like 9 years old walking with these cola bottles, like, I'm on my way, go get some money. And then I would use it to buy these really pretty cards. And I had a whole stack of them, and I never knew why. I don't know. It was just like
Is
a
it
weird
like these
thing.
Fox Kids cards?
Have you ever heard of Precious Moments?
No.
It was like they were all animals, like dogs, cats, birdies, but they were beautifully drawn, and there were like lots of sparkles on them, and it was just that, nothing else.
That
They were just like
so 2000s.
It was.
With
it
the
was.
sparkles.
Yeah, it was. Thinking about it, I'm like, I've always just been like in love with cards that have artwork on them. Like that is a thing that I've always loved, and I don't know why.
And now you have all these tarot cards.
And now I have all these tarot decks and like oracle cards, and I'm like, I know where it started.
Yeah, we love a good realization like that, right?
Yeah, right? Like it's like things pop up and you're like, oh, right.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
I've always been weird. It's fine. It's okay. But I always felt like it was a secret. Like I couldn't tell people I was going and using money on these stupid cards. Like that was the other thing, is that like if anybody knew I was wasting money on cards, that they would be like, why? But it was just like, it was a need. It was like the secret little need.
It's like a collection, right?
Yeah, I had a whole ass collection. I don't know where it went, which is sad. But I've built a new one.
I used to collect diddle cards.
Diddle cards?
Yeah, it's this mouse with really big feet.
Aww.
You used to have cards for
precious.
it, and pencils, and pens, and binders, and all that kind of stuff.
I'm gonna look this up. Diddle cards.
I should post something like that in the photo dump for this
We
episode.
should. Just like everything that we talked about. Just like a little thing. This guy.
Yes, that one.
Yeah, I remember.
You also had the female version, which was Diddlina.
Oh my god, I see them. I see them together. I love it.
They have a little pet as well.
Yeah, they have a horsey, and there's like a little bear.
Yes, the horse.
They're so cute.
But yeah, it's very fun, between air quotes, looking back on your youth to see like, oh, this is because I am autistic. Oh,
Yeah.
and this too. Oh, and this is so easily explainable now.
Yeah, but like neurotypical people are like, A, why would you spend your money on something like that? B, can't you like anything a normal amount? You know? And I'm like, no, I
What is
can't. There is no normal amount. It's either I don't like it or I fucking love it. And that's it.
Talking about the normal amount, I'm finally out of my hyperfixation with knitting.
Oh, shit.
I am finally now talking about it, the normal amount. It lasted a good while. It was like 2 months. And now there's space for other shit in my head again.
Yeah.
Which is actually a breath of fresh air, because hyperfixations can be fun, but they're very kind of annoying.
Yeah,
sometimes.
and draining sometimes too,
Draining too.
because because it's like all your brain wants to do.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I've definitely missed just normal things like during a hyperfixation, like when I was only about writing, like that's all I would do, and then I wouldn't like cook food, or I wouldn't want to go out anywhere. I would just want to like be in my like little cave and just doing the one thing that I loved at that moment.
But on the other end, the sort of passion you feel for it is actually really cool to be so into it. Like with my knitting, I was just feeling so much joy, I guess, for it.
Yeah.
I was feeling so excited about the things, and I made a whole ass Instagram for it.
And you're doing really good on it. I have an Instagram for mine too, but it's not, I don't post as often as you do. I don't really know if I have a lot to say in terms of like my own experiences.
Wait, what are you talking about?
You're autistic. Oh no, sorry.
Oh, sorry, I was talking about my knitting account. I have a lot of accounts. I know it's very confusing.
Just ignore me. I don't know what I'm talking about.
My autism account was doing really well, and that kind of made me pull back from it a little bit, because I tend to feel like when it gains attention, I just feel this pressure to perform well and to do things perfectly, so I start overthinking, and then I don't post anymore. And now I have these ideas for posts, and I just don't do them because I have to read what I typed, but I just think too much about it. It's not that easy anymore, than the first post.
Yeah, no, I definitely understand. Like, it's like that for me, and that's why I don't like having like a bunch of different accounts, because for one thing, it's really hard for me to keep up with each one. The other one is sometimes I get in slopes where it's like I'm really into something. Slumps. Yeah, slumps. I'm really into something, and then it goes down, and I'm like, I don't post on that thing anymore.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I'm not still into it. It just means I'm not posting as much. And so I try to put everything on my main account, but I know that like some people are not into that. Some people usually enjoy like one person to be posting one kind of content, and I'm just like a chaos content creator. So
yeah, exactly. That's
whatever
why
you
I started.
Yeah. 1 second. Let me let my dog out.
Okay, I will just continue a little bit. That's why I decided to make extra accounts, just to be like aesthetically pleasing still. But yeah, it's very. You're back. What's overzicht in English?
The overview.
Yeah.
The overall.
The overall view of it is lost if you have a lot of accounts, and you get lost in it.
Yeah, I have one for my artwork. I just made one for photography. I used to have one for cosplay. I have one for my autism, and that like already I'm like, I don't know.
It's so much, yeah.
And then on top of that, we have one. Sorry, frog in my throat. I got a frog.
Frogs. I love frogs.
Me too. And then also on top of that, we have like our podcasting Instagrams,
yes,
and
that too.
it's just a lot to maintain. And even though we're like, we can do it, like I can't. I've gotten to the point now where I'm like, okay, there are certain things that I need to delegate. And by that, I mean, like, if I can, I have to be able to like let myself allow other people to like help, if it's possible. For example, like writing my book, like I could 100% paint my own cover. I could. Did I though? No, I did not, because I didn't want to look at my book cover and go, I hate this.
Yeah, and I also feel like if you make your own cover, you would see your own
flaws.
Yeah, the flaws, yeah, and you would be critical of it. And now, because it's someone else's, you don't see that, and you're like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah, it's just like a nice thing to have, It's like the book is already filled with all my shit. Let the cover at least stand on its own.
And the cover is really cool.
You're sweet. Yeah, I like both of them.
Facts. Yeah, River drops a new cover. really,
gonna.
really softly. It was a soft drop, but yeah, it looks
I've
very cool. It's very green.
yeah, I've had
I
it.
love green, so I'm biased. So
No, there's so
it's
much
very cool.
green. There's so much green, and my favorite part about it is that Echo is on the cover too.
Yes.
Her white husky. The original one doesn't have that at all. Like the original one is just Sam alone, and I love that one. But
It's
I
a
was thinking
Sam alone,
Sam alone,
standalone, Sam alone.
standalone, Sam alone. It's not a standalone, but Sam is standing
Yeah,
alone.
no. I was trying to make a stupid joke, but
no, it was good.
It just doesn't work.
No, it was good. I had the second one for like an alternative cover for people that don't like the first one. You know, so they have their choice of which cover they would prefer.
I already know which one I prefer.
The green one.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, Sam looks pretty hot in that one too. Like she for sure looks like a lesbian in that one. I'm like, all right.
Yes,
I'm into it.
Witch mesh.
You know, we were supposed to be talking about how we feel like an alien in this world, and right now all we're talking about is like our hyperfixations and our interests. So
let's save that for another one.
Yeah, something that I'm still trying to get into that I think would benefit me is the fidget toys.
Yes. Yeah.
So tell me like your journey with fidget toys.
At first I was like, and Maris was like, oh, they're useless pieces of plastic, so tread lightly on this path.
Yeah.
So I got a really cheap Tangle and I tried it out because I saw it online a lot and I was like, what's the deal with this? Because they look so silly and I'm just like, would this ever help, you know? And then I got it and I was instantly mesmerized. Like, Tangles are fucking amazing. Who knew? No, I don't know. I just vibe a lot with them and they work like butter. No, how would you?
Yeah, they're like really easy, right? Like they're soft and they're like you can.
No, I just mean that it works really well. It makes my brain go brrr.
Brrr. Yeah, like like some songs do, like certain like certain songs.
Oh man, I have a playlist with Stimmy songs.
You have to send it to me.
Okay, if you want an artist with really cool sounds and bell jingles and things, look up So for Eternus. So for Eternus. That's how you write it. It's officially So for Eternus and the Ensemble of Shadows. Yeah, I will send it to you.
Okay, I was like, meh, how do you spell that? Yeah, music is a big thing for me too.
It's like my favorite artist for Stimmy's music. It's just fucking beautiful. I could talk about that band for a long time. But anyways.
No, I love that. Sorry, I'm looking them up. I'm like, so poor.
It's like very melancholic music.
I got it. Can I play a little bit? Or is that
yeah,
too weird?
sure. Let's insert a little bit.
Okay. Oh my fucking.
Another one.
Oh my god, this is my jam. Oh my god, that.
Yeah,
my brain is mush right now. Oh. Oh.
It's like a massage for your head.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. That was so good. I don't even know what to say. It was so good.
We're first speechless.
I am though. Like it's not just like noises, it's like it feels very
wavy, sort of like it's flowy.
Yeah, but it has this like 80s goth vibe to it still.
Yeah.
And you know how I am. I love that.
It's very good and I love how much bells she uses. It's like all these bells. Oh, yeah. You haven't heard her singing yet.
Oh yeah, show me.
Even kijken.
Even kijken.
Oh, yeah.
This is the kind of music I want to make.
It's so beautiful.
I've been bugging Andrew. I have like this song that I'm working on. Tangent, right? I have the song that I'm working on that is like 80s synthwave, and it's about death.
Hell yeah.
So I'm really excited to work on it. Just haven't. That's a hyperfixation too that I need to get back into because I was really into it for a while. There was this one band that I've been listening to called the Chromantics. I think I sent you one of their songs.
Oh yeah, probably.
Can I share?
Yes, of course.
Okay, just because we're doing some sharing here real fast.
You look so beautiful when you two danced. Oh, it was magical, we all could tell. He really loves you too, in his own way.
And so her voice sounds very deep. I loved that.
Yeah, it's very good. And I love the lyrics as well, so melancholic.
Yeah.
And I don't know, very poetic as well. And I just love the bells. I can't express that enough.
Yeah. Here we go.
Stories out of rhyme, chasing faces lost in time.
It's not as cool as yours, but I love this.
Lonely Hearts Club left behind. There's no shame in pain. There's only time rider.
And then it gets into like this like synthy stuff.
Oh. Oh yeah. I hear the synthwave. I love that.
It gets harder in the middle of the song,
Mm-hmm.
but I just love like how soft her voice is.
It reminds me a little bit of Frou Frou. Do you know that?
No,
artist?
Frou Frou?
Yeah.
No, but I will listen to it.
That's also at the end credits of Shrek 2. You have "I Need a Hero." The upbeat
Like,
one. That's
wait,
from Frou Frou.
Yeah, I love that. Yes, that's like one of my favorite. I remember listening to Shrek.
Yeah.
Watching Shrek on being so excited just for the end for that song.
For that song, yes.
Frou Frou.
It's not on Spotify and I'm so mad about it.
Oh no, I was just about to
Frou Frou is though, but the song isn't.
Oh man.
I have a playlist on YouTube called songs that aren't on Spotify.
Oh my! See, why you gotta send me all these things? See, it's like I'm holding out for a hero till the morning light. That one, right?
Yeah.
Leave the night I toss and turn and dream of what I need.
I need a hero.
I'm holding out for a hero till the end of the night.
Yeah, schitterend.
I love that song. I can vibe.
Mhm.
Like, oh.
Very good. Yes.
Very, very good. Okay.
But yeah, songs can be very stimmy indeed.
As you can see.
This girl that I follow on Instagram also talked about it recently in her story, how she thinks that we autistic people just feel music deeper, and yeah, how it's just more intense, you know. And she was talking about Cities in Dust by Susie and the Banshees, and how it is about Pompeii, and she was just going on and on about like the verses and what it's about.
I love that.
I just thought that was very cool, how just deep dive you can go into songs.
I think like there's probably some neurotypical people that enjoy music on a level that is similar, but I do agree that like I think it's just because we feel so intensely. Like I was saying about my daughter, when she screams or when she cries, like my whole body hurts. It's not just a sound, it's a physical, it's a whole physical thing. And I think that's the same with like certain kinds of music, especially ones that like you said, like it gives your brain a massage, but it also it just fills you up in a way. Yeah, so like I definitely stim with music. Like music is probably like one of the best ways for me to relax. You know, I don't have stimmy toys yet. You're just like, yeah, story time.
I remember.
Go.
When I got the soundtrack of Pirates of the Caribbean, I found it in the secondhand store, and I was just so excited because I have this CD player, Discman, so I can just listen to the soundtrack, and it goes like you can't hear if it goes onto another song. It all flows over, and like soundtracks do, I guess. And it's just so cool and it's so deep. And there's this button on my Discman which goes for extra bass. So you have more bass.
What?
And I love it so much.
Because you're just like, because like you're just like really into it.
It just goes deeper and you feel it better. And I just love bass a lot. Like I don't love the bass music genre. I love metal mostly. But it feels so much deeper if you have heavy bass in music.
It's like when you're at a...
That's, I guess, also why I love Korn, because they have this really dark sound.
Oh yeah, I love that. Also, like I forget who it was that I saw live, but there was this band and like you could feel it at the show, the live show. 'Cause you
Yes.
went and you saw. I'm trying to think about like the last time you went and you were at a live show.
Shadow of Intent.
Shadow of Intent, yeah. Like, how did that
Yeah.
feel? Like being there. Like, could you feel the bass? Like when they were
Oh
playing.
yeah.
Isn't that the best?
They always crank up the bass real hard on concerts.
Yeah.
Just so you sort of like you feel it go through you,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You feel it vibrate.
That's what I mean.
And
like
I love
yeah.
I love that feeling.
Oh, so good.
Mm-hmm.
So
Very
good.
I want to add a little sprinkle. I have a theory why I might like dark sounds, and maybe you too.
Yeah.
Because shrill sounds are like my kryptonite.
Yeah.
It's fucking awful, and
Yeah.
I guess that's also why I gravitate more towards darker sounding music, because that's more safe and feels a lot better.
Yeah, and also I feel like it's also it takes care of that. There's a word for it that I'm looking for, but like shrill sounds are loud, like dark music can be, but it's like the difference between white noise and brown noise. Does that make sense?
Is it like the vibrations that are
the vibrations are different? Like it's almost like dark music has a layer over it that keeps away the shrillness. I'm trying to explain it. Like I used to listen to white noise to go to sleep, but it was always too much and I would always just like stay up and it would be frustrating, right? So then I started listening to like rain sounds to go to sleep.
Oh,
and then I realized that rain sounds are exactly like brown noise, and I was like, oh, this is my shit. So now I listen to brown noise going to sleep, and I swear to I just pass right out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you should try it. Like YouTube has tons, and it feels like rain sounds, but like there's like a tone in it that's like it mutes all the like harshness, and it's just nice. It's so nice. Anyways, guys, that if you leave with anything today, it's that brown noise and dark music is the fucking best.
It's, as River would say, it's the tits.
It is the titties. Yes.
Hell yeah.
We appreciate you guys for listening. We hope that you enjoy this this new segment.
Yeah.
And hopefully next week we will have some cool stuff for you too.
Yeah. All right. Have a good night.
Bye, guys.
Sarah.